Charlie Kirk. My goodness, my friend. Not a man I've ever met, not a man I've ever had an opportunity to chat with, nothing of that nature. But somebody whose hand I would have shaken and would have been proud to call my friend. Charlie took something that was mine. So I took the time to return to him what was his. He took a bullet, man. Make no mistake about that. He took a bullet for all of the things that we have said, that we do. He's no different than a great many of us out there. Young man, young family. It's just not proper. You try and find the words, but they don't immediately come to mind as much as you would like them to. At first, of course, first and foremost, we'll always say, moment of silence, moment of prayer. I did that yesterday when I found out. Everybody jumped on, did what needed to be done, raised the flag, make sure people were aware. I kind of laid low, been laying low. And now we have to unpack the nature of what just took place. And it's going to be big, man. It's not something that my generation or the generation after me witnessed before. There are people who have witnessed things like this. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, John Lennon, JFK. There's a lot of people who were put out for what they believed and what they said, and for the amount of people that they managed to rally to a cause of virtue that was worthwhile studying, teaching, and reaching for. It's what he embodied the most, was just knowing things, opening a book, reading, figuring it out. What is his it's unfortunately, it's everything. He is not the first. He's just the first one as of late that they managed to hit. They tried it on the president more than once. Nope. Couldn't get through. So they went to the next best thing. They went to the thing that will shake the entire nation to its core. So I would make no pretenses or illusions to understand who did this and why. There's a lot of probable suspects. And it's not really hard to deduce. Let's not lie to each other here. We don't just hurt people. We don't just kill people for nothing. Now, whether or not you agree with the violence is irrelevant. I don't endorse or condone forms of violence, but I also make no illusions to not understanding the violence. That's what people have a problem with me, is that when a violent situation takes place, I am quick to explain the nature of the violence at hand in an cool as possible way, so cooled down, no emotional overcharge attached to it. And what we are seeing is a format of political violence. So someone didn't agree, and they went the full mile. If you're trying to figure out who would do something like this. It's so atrocious. All you have to do is think outside the box. Take a look at all of his videos. Find out who he was at war with. Who was his verbal confrontations with the most? On what questions and on what topics? And then find out what is the most recent one. Because here's the thing about individuals such as himself. They've all talked about something a lot. And then they shifted what they were speaking about into a different narrative, maintaining the same audience. So if you spent a bunch of time growing this audience on one specific thing or another, what happens here is that you end up having millions and millions of followers that enjoy what you do. And if you should take a quick turn and decide to look at a topic that is a little bit more foreign or not something that you would do all the time, you would want to see as to whether or not you can keep your base with you. I think that's what happened. I think that he maintained a base, and they stuck with him when he started criticizing real things. I can't be sure, but in these situations you never can be. But he took some pretty solid stances against some pretty interesting things. Look into them, guys. Rest in peace, Charlie.